You served inside the White House under 4 presidents. How did the Secret Service let someone get inside the front door?
Well, there have been periodic incidents, Anna, and this is one of those rare cases that someone actually got through. It's very, very unusual. You know, when somebody can scale that fence, as soon as they hit the ground, sensors go off all around among Secret Service. They have 20 to 25 seconds to catch that guy before he can get to the front door. And if they can't run fast enough, they've got trained dogs. They've got these wonderful Belgian Shepherd dogs that are fast, lean, and mean, and they can take down somebody in just a few seconds. In this case, for reasons we don't understand, that dog was never released. We're not sure why. There are indications that I don't think it's a structural leadership problem. The president just put a new person, a woman, Julia Pearson, first woman ever to run Secret Service. I think she's doing a fine job. There are real questions about whether because of budget cutbacks, they have some rookies on the job, and they didn't react fast enough in this case.
What changes might you expect them to make after this incident and the back-to-back incidents?
Well, I think the second incident was caught properly, and I don't think there's anything, that doesn't show any negligence or anything, a weakness at all. I think what they do need to do is figure out if there are individuals who need to be disciplined, who didn't do their job when this guy jumped the fence. Clearly something went wrong, and it's unacceptable, but I don't think we ought to get too worked up about it until we know some more facts. What I do find interesting, Anna, is that this is a situation in which the government responded too slowly, and it seems that budget cutbacks had something to do with it. Something similar is happening on this international crisis on Ebola. One of the reasons that we now see cases doubling every 3 weeks. And one of the reasons the international and the national response has been so slow is there have been cutbacks at the World Health Organization, and also Tony Fauci has said there have been cutbacks domestically in the U.S. So, I think what these stories raise the question of are we shortchanging ourselves in agencies that really matter? And I think that's a bigger, larger question. The Secret Service has rules that they can't shoot. You would think that they could just take down the person with a gun, but for obvious reasons, you've got mentally disturbed people who are doing this, and it appears to be the case here with a veteran of Iraq who had PTSD, and he seemed unhinged. And you don't want to shoot them, but on the other hand, in critical cases, you might well want to make sure that they can. And I think we'll have to revisit that question too.